Wow, people already tuning in. You want to answer that question? How's the team feeling?
Good morning. Beautiful snowy Sunday.
So fucking snowy.
Snowy
So
Sunday.
So
Snowy. Here in Eveleth, Minnesota. Got a big old downpour. A dump of snow. Started yesterday evening and went all through the night. So a little bit more entertaining drive to get here this morning. Both teams feeling pretty well. Team Segovia. Well rested. Got to sleep in a little bit later today. Got themselves some carbs and some protein, a big breakfast. And got up here real early for some extra stretching and some team strategy. So looking pretty solid this morning as they gear up for a good old-fashioned barn burner against Wine Country and Team Feldman. So both teams very familiar with each other. A lot of our viewers will recognize both sides of the team. I am Ken. You are Jen.
I am Jen.
Jen is holding it together.
Holding it together. Barely. By the skin of my teeth. I'm not handling the snow well. I don't like it. I did get talked into making snow angels last night.
Yay, that
by
was fun.
Kenny Cook.
That was fun.
That was fun, but I kind of hate myself for it. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Here we go. All right. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be talking too much. I'll be talking here and there, but obviously I've talked way too much this weekend. And I don't know, Kenny's talked more and yet his voice is not shot, so I don't know how that happened.
It's a gift.
He's got the gift of gab. He's kissed the Blarney Stone time and time again. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The girls were practicing earlier, and they did unfortunately lose the out on the LSDs, so Feldman does have hammer, and Segovia will be going first. Oh my gosh. Giggle glider Jen. Jesting Jen, the curl queen. Jocular Jen on the broom. That's kind of my favorite.
Which one?
Jocular Jen on the broom.
Jocular Jen on the broom. I am Chuckle on the Pebble Kenny. Stone Cold Kenny coming at ya.
Gotta love chat cheap.
Well said, Jen.
Yep.
And we're off.
Off, indeed.
On Sunday morning, semifinals. Jen, do you know if Feldman has lost a game or are they undefeated?
They're undefeated.
So Feldman has gone through the first 3 days undefeated. Many times I've been some people had to remind me that they did not lose that game.
I was just about to say that they've had some interesting games where they've been down and by a lot.
And they continue to scratch, claw, kick, bite all the way back into the game and eventually win. As a matter of fact, and as I think about it, I believe that Feldman and company have gone down in every single one of their games.
Yeah.
So
I believe so.
For those that have been tuning in all week, Segovia and company have steamrolled everybody they played except for Aces yesterday morning. Bostwick here trying to draw around. It's going to overcurl just a scotch. So rather than hitting shot stone, she's going to chip her guard out to the wing. That's not touching paint. Feldman now with hammer. Sitting shot, that is full 4 behind T-line. Gonna start trying to stack up the button.
It's a little crooked. I don't like the way that it's viewing. I'm sorry.
Hold on to your armchairs as Jen does a little adjustment to the camera.
I didn't like the way it was leaning. It looked weird. I think that's better.
If it's close, take a picture of it and then
That's much better.
I can take a picture close.
Surprising heavy, too heavy of a draw there for the second. Went through the house, so now an unguarded stone sitting right there, right out of the hand. This looks super narrow, and Alyssa Parks has to really dig in to hold it. They really got to dig to hold it. They're going to get it.
It'll peel.
She gets the peel, does not stick around.
Everyone in the club wanted to do it, so.
We'll take feedback. You go down on the ice.
I'm super settled.
That was yesterday. This is today.
The cooks hold grudges.
There you go.
Settle down. She's over there.
I'm gonna say really.
Boo.
Oh, my Lanta.
Looking for a draw here. Got to take some off from the last one. And McGuire, the second for Team Feldman, manages to recalibrate. She sits still a little heavy. That's back of tee line. So Heather Cook has another opportunity to hit.
Take it, baby. Take it.
See if she can get a little bit more of this stone and keep the shooter around.
Jessica's on it.
Jess is really on it to hold. Then she gets off of it. This is tracking really nicely. Watch this kick back over the middle. Nice shot by Heather Cook. Stick around and you sit.
That's it.
And that'll sit. Actually does a little spin back. Full 12. Two good shots for Heather Cook. Feldman not messing with that stone. This is a draw-happy team. They really prefer to do the draw versus hits.
It's true.
And so, example right here, as rather than going for the hit, they're going to call the draw. Hits just biting top 4. On the other end of the spectrum, Segovia and especially Alyssa Parks, happy with any option. So, very comfortable with the hit. Going to call for that.
Alyssa and Heather and Jessica switch sides.
Heather's definitely the stronger sweeper, so they want her on the inside to hold the line. And look, there she's going.
Yep. Julie calling them off.
She's got a nose.
Nice.
And a really, really nice shot for Alyssa
Beautiful
Parks.
shot.
Good team shot as both sweepers got on it, traded turns, got off it. This has really got to sweep to hold the line, otherwise it's going to over curl.
It'll nick it, but not a. Could get a double. Nope, just cut.
She does hold the line, gets a piece of it, gets enough, sends it out at a 45-degree angle, actually jams on that stone in the back left.
Yeah.
Nice outcome for Segovia here, as Alyssa Parks is going to be asked to split the house, draw a T-line weight over to the left-hand wing.
A little heavy. That looks heavy. Let's slow it down.
Feldman's coming out to help this go through the back of the house.
Oh, it's gonna stick around, but it's gonna
I don't think so.
stop. Yep. Oh, okay, you're right.
6 feet of fury for a skip sweep, and that goes through the house. A missed opportunity there for Alyssa Parks, as called for a T-line draw, and instead back line goes through the house. So an opportunity now for Feldman to start applying some pressure with hammer in this first in, asking, I believe, shearing is their vice for a draw. Now this does look light. They're really digging in here. They want to get it to sit in the house in front of that red stone.
That's it. Wow.
A really strong sweep. Really strong sweep.
Wow.
That's going to get to biting the air, but I believe red is still shot stone from my completely unbiased perspective.
That's a measure from this angle.
Yeah, it's really close here. Can't tell whether or not yellow or red is shot. Looks like Segovia is going to go hit it, which would indicate that it is shot stone. So Segovia now with an opportunity. The call is going to be control weight. You could tell from the tap of the belly. Control weight wants to hit just off center nose of that yellow stone, preferably on the inside of the center nose, so that it can roll, even best case scenario, just sticks and provides a guard for that back 12 stone. This can't jam on the back stone. It's tracking on a really good line. Heather Cook's holding it. Now they call her off. Yeah, she's got to get off it. It's got to curl. Let's see if this sticks around. Maybe a little bit of an oversweep there, as I think Segovia and company would have liked for that to curl another inch.
I didn't get to drink because I was playing, so.
Shooter spills out.
That was yummy. That was really. Afrin's finally setting in. It just needed last little wiggle giggle there. The only other Texas team on the ice, FYI, is Dallas's Myers over on sheet 6, and they're working on their first end as well. Dallas's Walsh was knocked out last night in that nail biter of a 9th inning game. And Carl Shaper Houston was knocked out yesterday afternoon after their 2 p.m. Also a pretty tight game, though. Really close. Oof.
Oh, and
Swing and a
Feldman
miss
flashes.
from Feldman. Wow.
And the force is on.
The beat is on.
Feldman not comfortable with the hits.
No, she really likes the draws. She's
Loves
not.
the draw. She is a phenomenal drawer. She's made some really incredible draws throughout the week. And,
I've
that
seen
we've
some of her
seen.
artwork. She is a fantastic drawer indeed.
Wonderful.
You're welcome for that. I don't know.
Jovial juggling gin.
Jocular.
Jocular.
Jocular. Something gin. Jocular gin on the broom. That's what it was.
So Julie Segovia now has an opportunity to apply the pressure with draw down to cut down the scoring area in the forefoot.
A little heavy.
This looks real heavy. It's just got to touch paint to be able to put force on. If it does not,
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Is the ice, you think the ice is sped up since their practice?
I don't think so, no. I
Because
think that was
both?
just a...
Okay. Or is she overcompensating? Her LSDs, she was short. She was real light.
Oof, that's a
So-
surprise.
That is a surprise.
Segovia got to settle in here. So now see a repeat of the last shot for Feldman. She's going to try and go after that same singular red stone sitting in the back 8, back 12, split just across them. Hit and roll out would be the best case scenario for Feldman to
I was
get the
gonna
blank.
say she wants to blank it, huh?
Absolutely, she does.
Yep.
Yeah, and this one's tracking a little bit more. This is going to over curl maybe. Oh no, look at it stay straight. It almost...
It's interesting. Was that a negative ice call?
was inside out.
I thought she was on this side and
Yeah, it was an inside
Okay,
out.
okay.
But curious to see that she does get the
did it stick around?
hit, but it sticks around. So a nice result for Team Segovia. As a matter of fact, on that result is the Feldman's 2 shots to go after that stone. She flashes the first one, second one she hits, but sticks around. And the force of 1 takes effect, so they'll get 1 point in the first end for Wine Country and Feldman. Segovia very happy with that result as they now take hammer going into the second.
Yep. You see the teams standing around kind of talking. That is because there is a 1-minute break between each end. They cannot start shooting until the countdown is down to 0.
Smoke Show Segovia has got to find her draw weights in this. There you go, and a quick little check-in across the sheet here on the sheet next door. Aces versus Shooter
Wow.
is what we said. Aces,
Julie,
it's 1.
Julie laughing as she hops on that just a little bit late, but it still rolls out anyway.
Over on sheet 6, Team Myers versus Tesh. Myers takes 3 in the first. And the 7th, we don't know and don't care.
Spangler versus Weber.
Thank you.
Spangler's 1 over Weber's 0. Weber's from Sioux Falls. My cheat sheet somewhere this weekend, so I don't know where Spangler's from. I apologize, Spangler. Wine Country. Oh, that's right, that's right. Spangler is the second half of the Feldmans. Feldman Senior and Junior are on that Spangler team, which is our opponent's husband and son.
Segovia with hammer in this first, and Feldman's lead comes out with the first stone and throws it through the house, surprisingly. So Segovia asking Bostwick to go right in, drawing to paint on the first stone. She successfully does so, draws to full 8 on the right-hand side, just behind Segovia's foot there. Wine Country calls for a guard. That one's heavy as well. Goes into the house full 12, so Bostwick has an opportunity to hit.
Needs to curl. There it goes.
It's tracking on a really nice line and nice weight. That's nice controlled bumper weight.
Now, Jessica was talking beforehand. She does like bumper weights. She feels a
She's
lot more
more
comfortable with
comfortable
bumper weight.
with bumper than control.
Yep.
And that was exactly it. That was bumper weight. Drew in nicely. Had a nice curl to it. Nose is, that does bite. as well.
Yeah.
What's yours, the division like 10?
Team Segovia definitely took the opportunity last night and again this morning to really talk through their strategy, get on the same page with one another, get their communication down. So I think we're going to see a much more effective team.
One can only imagine.
Yeah.
Good hit there for Team Feldman. Their second is definitely their hitting specialist. Of the four, I think she's the most comfortable throwing hits and heavyweight. Nice control weight there. So, successful hit and a little roll. This stone needs to curl a mile, and I don't think it's going to do so. As Heather Cook flashes on her hit. Not even close either. That was a full stone and a half over.
Wow.
She's using her nonverbal communication to allow us to dial in as well. She said that she had the broom. So now an opportunity here for Feldman as they're around behind that guard that's just biting top 12 here on the left-hand side. It's tracking on a good line, but they really got to dig in to make sure that it finishes. Looks like it might be a Scotch light.
Yeah.
It is. So give Heather Cook another opportunity to do the same shot, see if she can hit the broom.
She's not going to listen later. It's fine.
What's up, buddy?
Morning.
A little less weight here, so it's going to definitely move some more. Nose is fine, but they'd really like to be on the inside and kind of roll. Nose is fine, and that's exactly what she does. Nice shot for Heather Cook.
What time are y'all heading out? Because you got your plans changed, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we may be watching in tonight.
Gotcha. They trying to draw in?
Trying to draw. This looks real heavy, though. Smoke show Segovia. Dusts off her broom head, steps up for a heavy sweep, and we're going to get 6 feet of fury. See if she can get it out. Really leaning in. Really leaning in.
Go.
And she sweeps it. Oh.
I think they're saying that's still biting. Go down, up. There you go.
That might be
On the
biting.
line, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely not outsitting the Redstone on top 12. So Segovia now sitting 1 and 2. Alyssa Park's first shot here in the second end with Vice Stones. She's going to try and draw around behind these two guards. Looks a little bit light. Both sweepers are really digging in, and here comes Segovia to help out. We got 3 sweepers. This is carrying really nicely if they can get an extra 2 feet.
Get it there, girls. Come on.
Feldman
Come on, Heather.
awkwardly walks out there just to bother people.
Know what the hell that was for either. It's fine. She forgot
Nice
for a
shot.
second.
Just about maybe a foot too shorter than what she was looking for, but a really nice result there as it's partially guarded, about half the stones peeking out there, forcing Feldman to go for another hit. As Segovia and company are now sitting 3 in the house. So this hit needs to curl, otherwise it's going to flash.
It kisses it and moves it just a
Just
hair,
gives it
but
a
that's
little nuzzle on the neck, but no real smooch as that stone does not get removed from play. Now Segovia sitting 3. Gonna ask Alyssa Park to draw around from the other side now. You'll notice how far out that broom is. This ice has been real swingy as the weeks continue through. This looks nice.
No light.
That'll be just fine.
Yeah, it's
It's
fine.
not buried, but it is biting just enough paint to be able to be scoring. So Segovia now sitting 4. And Feldman in quite a bit of trouble. Let's see if she goes for the hit and roll, which she's not comfortable with, or if she just goes for a draw. Both options are there for her, but she's going to have to cut down this. Looks like she's going to go for a hit and roll on this outside stone, going inside out. Wants to be about 3/4. Oops. Oh no, they suck again. I'm so sorry.
Kenny may or may not have a slight grudge against another team out on this.
Boo.
It's fine. It's fine.
Feldman here with the first skip stones. Got to make some movement here, trying to go for the hit and roll. It's got to curl.
Oh my God.
They're trying to carve it.
Same thing over again.
They're trying to carve it, and she
No,
flashes. Woo!
Jeez Louise. They gonna try and
Wow.
raise, come around, or take away this opportunity, do something there. Yeah.
That's the right call.
Yep.
That's the right call. Segovia is going to
Yeah.
ask for a top full 12 on the right-hand side to shut
Yeah.
down that draw path.
Good call.
Put it into a scoring area. A perfect shot here, Jen, would be just halfway across the edge of that 12 line on the outside, so that even if Feldman nose is on it, she'd be outside. So not necessarily full 12 would be the perfect shot.
So she can either throw it a little light and rely on Heather to dig in, or rely on Heather to be too medium for a change.
Out of the hand, this looks all there.
Yep, they call Heather off.
Sweepers want to
This-
sweep.
Yeah, let's get it through the house.
Wow. That was heavy.
Yeah, interesting that
not a sweeper thing.
interesting that the sweepers got on it though. A little bit of a
Yeah.
curious if there's something with her release. Yeah, they're saying she gave it a little extra positive there. The sweepers have been surprised by her stones thus far, as have we.
Freeze to the top one.
Indeed.
No, Feldman's calling the draw.
Not going after it again. Interesting.
Bang, and a big opportunity here for Segovia to shut down this draw pass. She's heavy, goes through the house of all things, leaving the opportunity now for Feldman to cut down on this dangerous end as Segovia is sitting 4. So Feldman going to try and draw in behind all the junk in the front. Looking for full 8 behind guards.
Oh.
Oh my, did it pick?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. I
Now
mean,
it changed handle.
good for us, but that sucks.
What is this thing doing? This looks like arena ice there. Really
Feldman
unfortunate.
looking very confused about that as well.
Really,
and
really unfortunate as her 8 stones picks. And so, our
Big
biased
opportunity.
commentary is super stoked right now as Segovia sitting 4 with hammer.
She just needs to touch
Open
paint.
draw. Open draw for 5.
Yeah.
Gosh, that sucks. I hate to see it. Hate to see that.
Nobody's actually sweeping the spot where the rock picked.
Let's see if Smoke Show Segovia can find her way. Both sweepers are getting on it.
I think it's there.
It's all there.
Get off. Wow, okay.
Yeah. All the way.
Yeah, okay. This ice is weird.
And
That is
touches
5.
8, and that is a 5er.
Wow. Good job. Smoke Show Segovia in the house. Jocular Jen on the broom and Kenneth. You don't even remember your name.
What now? I'm sorry, miles away, dear. I've got Stone Cold Kenny.
Stone Cold Kenny.
Stone Cold Kenny. We've also got
Slippery Banter Kenny.
Chuckle on the Pebble Kenny. Hillarock?
I don't know.
There's
Wit
even
on
no
ice,
arena
Kenny.
style ice on the other side.
Skip to my Lou Kenny. At its finest. Every time I've tried to say Chat GPT, I've coughed. It didn't. Girls feeling real good about that end. Is unfortunate.
Glad to be up 5-1 when they're
Feldman.
still having trouble dialing in their weights.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Is it 10:30 yet?
10:30. Is that what time it all opens? I want some chicken strips. I want the kitchen to open. I'm hungry.
Would Heather not make breakfast today?
We got Subway, but I wasn't feeling it. What do you want?
Give me my phone, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's so cold.
In here?
Yeah, I'm freezing.
You are sleep deprived and sick.
For you, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sit somewhere else.
It's because there's not a lot of people out here.
No, I am getting rid of my coat because it's too warm in here.
Really?
Yes. You're sleep deprived.
But I would normally be hot, wouldn't I?
Sleep deprived when you're
I got lots of sleep last night.
Yeah, I don't think you've caught up.
I don't think I've caught up either, but I did get lots of sleep last night. I only woke up once, so it was much better. I got some good sleeping drugs for yesterday instead of melatonin. Melatonin wasn't cutting it, so I got Unisom. But, yeah. Be what it be. Come get Jen a hot toddy to warm her up. Apparently I'm the only one that's cold in here, which is weird. I'll get warm. Eventually. Oh, Kenny! Kenny! Give me that hot cocoa. What? Can you get me a hot cocoa? Hot cocoa. Thank you. It takes a village to get Jen a drink. All right. I didn't see what happened to Feldman's first stone. Jess sets up a guard and then a draw to the back 8. Not behind anything, and Feldman's gonna ask for a draw behind the guard. Thought she asked for a draw, but that looks like it's gonna end up. Oh, and that goes and finishes out in. I don't know, it's almost full 12 in the back. It's close enough to full 12. Just biting the 8. Heather looks heavy. That is gonna sail right through the house. Yep. Boom. Out the back end. Feldman calling for another draw. Ah, my hero.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Thank you. This is the most beautiful hot chocolate cocoa thing I've ever seen. It's got little sprinkles on it.
It was a real slow slide from Heather Cook, so she had to give the stone quite a bit of positive. The sweepers are on it right out of the gate, trying to drag this as far as they can. And here comes Smoke Show Segovia out of the house to help out as they're going to drag this as far as possible. Really good sweeping. Holy cow. That's top 12, top 8,
Nice.
4.
And bites the 4.
Really nice sweep from everybody over on Team Segovia. Dragging Heather Cook's stone into the house as it doesn't quite curl enough. Sits there out in the open. And the hitting specialist for Team Feldman, McGuire, comes out and tries to hit.
I thought you said Shearing was their hitting person.
I'm sorry?
I thought you said Shearing was their hitter.
No, McGuire is.
Oh, okay.
And she manages to hit that stone, but only promotes it to the back of the button. And almost fully guarded, so Segovia has an option here to hit and roll. I think that's exactly what she's calling. She's going to ask for Alyssa Parks to hit, get across the nose into the inside, and either roll over to the right-hand side, roll under guard, even small would be fine. Best case scenario is really just hit and stick. Sweepers are staying off it. This has got to curl. You can't be on the outside and jam. It's curling. Ooh, okay.
Eee. Well, it's not
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
not great, not terrible.
So Segovia is sitting 1 and 3.
Shearing going for a heavy draw. It's starting to over curl. They're holding the line really well with a really heavy sweep. And it's a beauty.
It's a nice draw right to the button.
Right to the button.
Plenty of separation though, so it's a
She's got the club. She's got that club in the bag. It's a golf reference.
really.
I'll explain that one another day.
Thank you for mansplaining golf to me.
It's a wonderful sport. You take a broken stick,
Yeah.
you whack a ball into a gopher hole.
Yeah.
It's really far away. You ever seen the Robin Williams describing golf?
Scottish and their weird They're weird sports that people all around the world love.
Looking
Including
again, similar shot, heavy draw. Trying to chip back that yellow stone on the button. It's tracking really nicely. It needs to curl just a little bit more. Needs to curl just a little bit more. Looks like it might. Oh, it does.
Oh,
It
chips-
gets a piece,
yeah,
but it does
not
not.
enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
So that yellow is still sitting shot with a really packed neighborhood as the house, the button's starting to fill up. Feldman in a much better mood when they have to just draw to the button. That's their wheelhouse. That's what they like. So Shearing going to try and do it again. Draw down to the button.
Looks heavier.
This is heavier and outside, so she's going to be hitting on the reds. Manages to pop that red stone back to a full 8. Sticks around shooter to bite the 4-foot, so sitting 1 and 3. Segovia now sitting second shot, precarious, wide out in the open. Full 4 on the left-hand side, so we'll see if she's going to go for the heavy draw to chip out that stone on the button, or if she draws. That looks like what the call is going to be. She's had a little bit of hard time finding draw weight the first 2 in, so she's going to go for the hit here. That is normal. Look at that shot. Wow, what a beauty from Segovia as she hits, rolls over to the top of the button. Feldman is sitting shot, but that is a precarious spot for that stone to be sitting, as there is no backing, and frozen to the top of that is Segovia's first shot there. Red now sitting second and third, Feldman sitting 1.
Oh, I think they thought we were waiting. Because they're looking up, you're like.
Sure, we'll just wait. No, we're saying we're sweeping. They're supposed to sweep right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a bunch of hand signals because Jen always wears a mask.
Yeah.
So you can't hear at all.
We do it just because, yeah, we just can't hear each other because our sheets are so loud. What's the call here, Stone? Did they call?
Looks like Feldman's going to bail out on this end after Segovia's really beautiful hit.
Oh, man,
So
that's
Feldman's
a
going to
great
call.
shot.
Feldman's going to call a full 8 draw.
Damn, I missed a really great shot.
It was phenomenal.
It's because I walked away.
It was absolutely phenomenal. Segovia hit that yellow
Wow.
stone that was edge of
Yeah.
4 and then rolled
Yeah.
over.
Wow.
Completely shut down this entire end, and now Feldman's going to be playing defensively, sitting 1. She's asking for she's trying to finish top 8 to shut down any sort of a hit opportunity for
Yeah.
Segovia. It's hanging out there.
It's full 8,
I called 2 of them.
even to 4.
Yeah, halfway into the 4.
But that is not outsitting that red stone on the left-hand side.
So Segovia still sitting 2 and 3. There is an opportunity to depends how aggressive you want to be here, but there is an opportunity to hit that yellow stone at an angle, run it back, and drive shot stone that yellow off the back of the button. But Feldman with hammer. So, a lot of options here for Segovia. If she is happy with the force of one, playing the scoreboard, then she guards it up.
That's a really good Coco. Holy cow. That ain't no Swiss miss right there.
Looking for backline weight, so Segovia being really aggressive. She's liking the hits, so an opportunity here if she can hit that yellow stone. I think it's got a. If she can hit that yellow stone just to the left of center with backline weight, back 12 weight would be okay as well. That will remove shot stone of yellow and leave Segovia sitting at least one, if not two.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Well, if that makes
There it goes.
There it goes.
There it goes. Man, that waited forever to curl, but that's looking perfect.
What a beaut.
A really, really nice touch hit.
Segovia
Jeez,
now sitting
Segovia.
1 and 2. Shot. block.
Sitting 1 and 2, and she did a really smart choice there by calling that weight. So it moved that shot stone yellow back, but did not remove it. So there's backing.
Right.
Feldman staring down the barrel of a real troublesome shot.
Staring down the barrel of a loaded gun. Isn't that a song?
Yep. And then the next game.
Hot toddy, huh?
I'm a big hot toddy fan.
I don't think anybody is a hot toddy person. Yo,
How's it going?
pretty good.
That's what I'm doing the entire time, so if that could stay open, would be great, because of it just.
If you're Feldman, you know what? There is an opportunity there for Feldman. If she noses her yellow, she could have the potential to double.
And pick up 3?
My gosh, yeah. If she noses that and gets the double, it could be for 3.
It's hard to tell because they're yellow and sitting there, the 2 reds closer, but if you notice that yellow splits in red, there's that yellow behind it. With 3.
So Segovia with the aggressive call between the two. She could have guarded and done the force of 1, but instead she goes for the tap, executes that beautifully to be able to sit 2. But with that aggressive call comes a little bit of risk, as Feldman now has an opportunity. Shoot. Tracking nicely. Oh, look at it just hang out.
Oh, it hung out. Oh, nope.
It's going to
That's
flash
gonna be
across
2 to
the nose,
Segovia.
and it's a steal of 2
Wow.
for Segovia.
Wow. And the high risk, high reward.
High risk, high reward. That same stone is the one that picked last end. That 8 stone that Feldman's throwing, it picked by him horribly, and that was
Yeah.
disaster in the second end.
Technical timeout.
Oh, look, they may be
They're going to
asking.
be talking about that stone here. You're right.
Yep, that stone did an interesting little move on that shot as well for Feldman.
Interesting to note while they're talking and discussing all of that, that the women got to pick between the sheets that weren't being used, which stones they wanted from which sheet. And so Segovia's team picked the stones from sheet 1, I believe.
Correct. They picked red stones
Red
from
stones
1.
from
They
1.
used that in the game against Weber earlier on in the week, and they really liked them.
Yep.
Self-inflicted wound for Feldman.
That's why I'm bringing that up, because I'm really curious, like what changed, which stones they took, and what changed between the last time they used them and now.
Yeah, there's something going on with that stone, and they call a technical timeout, and refs are umpires
somewhere.
are talking about it. They're looking at the potential of pulling that stone. I don't know the rules behind that, if that's allowed or not. Look for somebody who looks smarter than me.
Nobody's smarter than you.
No.
Well, I'm sure there's lots of people smarter than you around here. Not me, but lots of other people. But I don't know that they know either.
I don't know if they have an opportunity to pull that stone in the middle of the game or not. Normally,
Yeah. So they were talking about that stone, I think. They told
I'm-
me this. He was saying that stone is picked twice. He was talking about that stone.
Yep, they're looking at the bottom of it.
They got the little text on it.
See if we can zoom in even more.
that's a good pickle.
Yeah, the pickles and the Bloody Marys are delicious.
Changed his head. Only was just that one. They were saying that he hit.
So they don't get to replace it. They put it back in line. Maybe it was just loose or something going on.
They gave it an extra little scrub, had an umpire walk all the way out there, tip it over, and
Decide.
look at it. No, I don't think that they have the capability to remove the. They don't have the capability to remove that stone.
What
So
if it broke? I mean, just out of curiosity, what if it hit and it ended up splitting or something along those lines?
I think,
What's the rules there?
You just start throwing it first, I guess.
yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, if so, you're gonna notice here they've already got that yellow 8 stone is now sitting kind of off to the side there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bet money that their lead's gonna have to take that stone.
yeah. Which would be a good call. That's what they need to do.
Now you guys didn't play on two. You guys played on almost all the other ones. You didn't play on Steam?
And that's exactly what's happening. They're going to take that 8 stone that Feldman's been throwing. It's picked twice in a row now. They're going to pass it off to the lead. Say, that's your problem, not mine.
Curious, they did get a chance to practice. Was it doing that during practice?
No, and it didn't do it in the first end.
No. Interesting.
Yeah. When in doubt, blame the stones. When you can't blame the stones, blame your sweepers. Skipping 101. So this is that squirrely 8 stone being thrown first now. And shocker, it runs beautifully. Nice little
Wow.
two guard. See if it can curl enough to get to the center line, and it might just. Sweepers. Good job on the sweepers there. They really tried, but I think both of those stones, red and yellow, are not on the center line.
No.
So no tick rule, not necessary to reference here yet. Segovia going to ask Bostwick to come around. This line's a little tighter. Actually, I think she may be asking for a nose raise.
Yeah.
Ooh, they really got to sweep,
Ooh, got
otherwise
sweep.
they're on the yellow guard.
Oh no! Go,
yeah, this
go,
is
go.
over curling by a mile.
Oh. Feldman coming out to take advantage. That's gonna just.
Over curls because she was just light.
So no question. Now that it's all in the center guard, center line.
So center line. That Yellowstone now sitting on the center line, even though it was promoted and moved over there, it is on center line, so the no-tick rule is in effect. Segovia cannot, for the next 3 shots, remove that.
From the center line.
From the center line, correct. So Feldman going to be in complete control of the house on this end. But another really light stone from lead.
Real high guard.
Segovia going to take advantage of that really high guard and drawing around, asking Heather Cook for anything in the house as long as it's as close to the center line as possible. Sitting behind a pile of guards. Nice, beautiful release from Heather Cook. This looks all the way there. They just need it to die. Maybe it has a conversation with that 8 Yellowstone on the way by. It picks on something, but if not, that's real, real heavy. Woo! Yeah, she's through the house. So both skips trying to get the front of house to cooperate. This is McGuire, the second for Team Feldman out of Wine Country, being asked for the similar shot that Heather Cook just was called to do. A draw around. This is going to be light as well. Interesting. So this side of the sheet's really surprising the front of the house. Looks like maybe Heather Cook had tried to adjust and overcompensated, throwing a little extra. But that's 4 stones in a row down that side that were pretty dang light. So Segovia said she's seen enough of that side. Asking Heather to try this handle. This is the handle, and this is the line that Heather Cook did on the LSD and put it right smack dab on the pin. So
She's asking for a promotion of the card. That's what she asked for.
thank you. We are getting notes here. If a stone is damaged and becomes unsuitable for play, a replacement stone is used. Very cool. So Feldman,
Getting
Feldman's
a,
8
not
stone
quite
or
the promotion
hammer.
she was looking for, but a tap
It's
behind,
it's this
if
yellow
sitting behind
8 stone.
the guard on the
second
center line
hand
now.
hit picked by a mile.
Oh, really?
And Segovia was sitting 4, all on 12
Yeah.
with hammer, and Feldman had to draw in, and instead it picked and didn't even get across to the hog line. And so Segovia had an open draw for 5. And the very next in, Segovia did a beauty hit. They had stacked up the button. There were 3 or 4 stones in the button and around the 4, but Feldman's was sitting precarious.
Well, Kenny's catching up some viewers who have just joined us. Behind us, I'm going to give an update on scores real quick. Sheet 3, Aces is 4-1 over Shooter. On sheet 6, Myers is 5-0 over Tesh. And on sheet 7, Weber is 2-1 over Spangler.
You had crazy
They pulled this, I don't know what sheet they pulled this down from.
So both teams had an opportunity
Oh, wait,
to
maybe
choose
it was
their stones.
2, number 7.
The 7 Rockwood.
7 Rockwood, yeah. Turned
You know what?
the other way twice.
I'm looking at that. That is 7. That's yellow 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible. No,
Because that
yellow
happened
7
to
is
us.
a problem. right?
Really?
Yeah,
So-
I gave up on it, because we switched it out. And
So getting insider information
Yeah,
behind
so
us
so after
from
2 picks
Team
in a row,
Mercer, who
they
has
called a
played
technical timeout, had the ice cream
on
come
sheet
out, they
2,
looked
and
at
it sounds
cleared
like
and said, congratulations, you chose it.
Feldman may have
So she's gotta keep the
stuck
stone,
with
she passed
the
it off
yellow
to her guard.
2
Or
rocks,
passed it off to her
and
lead.
their skip Mercer is saying that
Interesting though, if you had your
said the
choice to
7
choose
stone for
stones,
yellow gave them trouble
they
too.
chose them.
But we didn't notice it in practice.
Yeah, their practice was fine too, and then their first spin was fine.
Yeah, it was bad.
Because we changed in the 4.
Wow. Interesting. So a little bugaboo stone over here is yellow 7 getting called out. We love you, yellow 7. You're good enough. You're smart enough, and dadgummit, people from Dallas like you, and Texas, and Houston.
Houston,
The handles askew on that 7.
he'll get there.
Cleveland, not so much.
Cleveland's not a fan.
10 out of 10, they don't recommend.
Anybody in wine country right now.
No, Wine Country is real mad at that stone.
There is an opportunity here for a little tap back, but this is going to chip on the guard. Maybe it's going to paper by. No,
Yep,
chips on
no,
the guard.
chips.
And spills.
Yeah.
Interesting. So she was throwing that 7 stone last.
Sylvia sweeps it into the corner.
But the handle's also crooked on the 7 stone.
How so?
Really?
Yeah, slightly.
How so?
It's just like, it's like that instead of being perfectly flat. It's just enough. It's not like,
Interesting.
Weird. These arena curlers are really dialed in on all the nuances. We can find anything squirrely. We can find anything squirrely and blame that.
When the ice is flat, it's now the stones.
Give us perfect ice. It's the dadgum stone.
Wonky ice, now it's wonky stones.
Oh my gosh.
It's never the curlers. It's always the equipment. A really nice shot here from Alyssa Parks lining up for a promotion. And a little tap. And Segovia applying a ton of pressure, up 7-1 after 3 with 2 precarious picks from Feldman 7-stone that was hammer. Creates a big lead for Segovia, and so she's going to start applying a lot of pressure, putting rocks in the house, sitting 3.
Katie and I agree. She should come the other way. the double's there, but not coming that way.
No. Well, in Feldman, we've done our scouting report. These two teams are very familiar with each other. They played in every Arena Nationals for the last 3 years in a row. So Feldman definitely a draw team, but a really nice hit there from Shearing.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
Wow.
A really nice hit from Shearing. And she takes away shot stone, rolls over to full 8, mostly guarded. That's going to be shot stone, so Feldman sitting 1, Segovia sitting 2 and 3. Looks like she's going to do the same shot that she asked Alyssa Parks to do. They're familiar with this line, and I'm completely wrong. As I said that, as Segovia is going to try and draw through the port. Yeah, a chip is fine on either one, really. The weight's going to be key here. So Segovia having a little bit of trouble with her draw weight in the first few ends here. Couldn't tell by the scoreboard, but looking for full 8. That's hanging outside. It's got to snap, and it's starting to snap. So now Heather Cook is mowing some ice. Really digging in, trying to get it by this guard. It's going to be a beaut, even if it chips and just sits right there, closes down the draw path. Not a great outcome as it takes any sort of a raise opportunity kind of out. As those two are frozen together at an angle. Feldman with hammer, so she's got to move some granite here to open some options up for her. You could try to come around, but this has been a real straight line over here on the side. So she's looking only on the right-hand side and staring at a bunch of red, so. There is maybe a heavy hit if she's just off the center of that stone that Segovia threw for a potential of double, but that would send that stone that Segovia threw in a dangerous direction over towards their shot stone. So they're thinking better of it. They used a technical timeout, but they have not used their timeout yet.
These are timed games. They get 30 minutes of thinking time.
A lot of conversations here between her and her vice, Lunetta. Looks like they're going to go for that hit. So the call is hack plus, maybe control weight on a tight line like this. Probably more closer to control. Going to try to be really close to the nose of that stone that Segovia just threw.
And then I want to see go back forward.
I'll tell you what I would do.
Oh, see, we're not shy about being part of the
Draw,
broadcast.
draw on the, draw either side.
Draw around.
Probably this side.
You-
Draw this side.
You draw that side?
Yeah, for shot 2.
But this has been real straight. Look, and she's going to come back down and talk about it again.
Because this is, you hit on the nose.
You hit on the nose, that red's gonna-
It's either gonna crash on the yellow.
Using a lot of time here
Yeah.
is Feldman here in the fourth end, down by 6. Score is 7-1. They are sitting 1, so they got to get a bundle.
No, I think the other. Well,
Oh, so this is the first of 2 shots is really kind of the thought process, right? She's just trying to set something up. They turn around and stare at the clock and realize, holy cow, we're burning some time.
I think just go for your.
There she goes. She's going to call the draw. That is in. She used the golfer analogy again. She's got this club in the bag.
Put it short. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
they-
mean, you're gonna have a draw though for your last stone. So
Yeah, you
want it for
can't.
practice.
She can't be behind T line because that'll give Segovia an opportunity to go sit down on it.
Sit down on it.
Sit
down on it.
Sit
Down
down
on it.
Sit
Down
down
on it. Yep.
Feldman much more comfortable with the draw. She is a dadgum good drawer, an artiste of draws.
Yeah. Way to bring it back around.
Whoa,
Oh, narrow.
what's going on there?
Backseat curlers are saying she's narrow.
Which may have been.
She's super narrow and heavy.
Oh,
And this
no,
is
you're
going to
not.
be a promotion.
Just because you're a backseat curler doesn't mean that you're wrong, that you're not wrong. Backseat drivers can be wrong, right too, all the time.
We were talking about the other day, never missed a shot from up here.
Yep. I'm still batting 1,000.
Yeah. They just did everything.
Well,
I
it
said.
did
They were
unlock the
warm.
stones. So I guess that's good.
So it unlocks.
That's better for Segovia.
It's better for
Yeah, it
Segovia.
definitely is better Segovia.
She's happy to sit there. She could promote one of them.
Block it up.
Yeah. If she does the promotion, she could go for shot stone.
She must have been narrow executive.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really hard on the wing to be.
It's real hard to get out there.
You have to be triple
Yeah.
in the hack to get up.
They're debating promote or just lock it up and force the one right now, right?
Well, if they're heavy, it promotes it. If they're
Right.
heavy,
There's
it locks
plan
it.
A, plan B.
Plan B.
Yeah, this is a really smart call from Segovia, as this has a lot of opportunity to do good stuff. If she's heavy, it promotes. If she's light, it guards. It looks like the call is going to be for a promotion of that middle stone there, closest to the red, sitting across the 8 and 12. Want to tap that back to full 8, promote it maybe a foot, and completely lock up.
Runaway game on sheet 6 with Myers ending the first half of this ball game.
Let's go!
7-0 over Tesh.
It's a rock game.
Whatever. Baseball.
Yay, sports ball.
Sports.
First of all.
Yay.
Tracking nicely.
Every opportunity I get, I make fun of this damn
There you
baseball
go.
scoring
Yeah.
falls bullshit.
Granite ball.
Oh,
Tracking nicely. It's got to get a little bit
Granite
more. These
ball.
sweepers are really digging in. Heather Cook is just digging. Just digging. Alyssa Parks comes out there for a polite little tap.
I don't think it's enough.
I don't think it's going to be enough to be sitting shot. Both Lunetta and Feldman go take a little gander.
Oh.
See, that's why you had Chelsea there. You're like, we're waiting for the big reveal.
I still think it looks like yellow.
White on
It's
the
like
yellow.
it's yellow, but like by half an inch maybe.
Yeah, it's hard to see from this.
But it's also, is this really directly
As
over?
the spectators behind the glass taking advantage of the local technology camera looking down. Different view.
I love this. As soon as you change the channel, everybody's like, oh!
So Feldman with an opportunity here. Tricky shot. It's got to be perfect. She's going to try and draw around all these guards on the left-hand side. Get full 8.
Where'd you get that? This is his. I have this book though, and it's like that's cool. It tells you like this is the scenario, this is your hammer. It's this,
They think
you're
you're
down by one or up by whatever. And it gives you the exact layout, and it says what would you call.
A really well executed in from Team Segovia, as those 5 red stones have completely locked up the entire right-hand side. So Feldman with no choice but to draw around.
What's your call?
So he's got a Facebook page where he puts up a puzzle.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, what is that?
Look at this hanging.
Oh, that almost hits the edge, comes back around, is going to stop short. And I think that's going to be one, a force of 1 to
Well, he'll give like the pro shot and the close
Feldman there.
You're fine. You want to buy two?
Pretty sure.
And then
I've been looking for that. It's hard to find. I mean, you do the public.
But that one's yeah.
Just make your shot.
See, that's nice, like from a
Whatever you
competitive
call it,
level,
just
you
make
would
the
do
shot.
this, and then leave it shift, and sometimes say at the league level, sometimes the better shot would be.
We might get ourselves a measure.
So it kind of breaks it down a little bit that way too.
Do the measure.
let's measure.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to measure.
And we
Technical
got ourselves a
timeout, they're calling for a
measure.
measure.
The official was crouched in the ready position, and he's off, and he's running to go grab the measure stick.
Is that Levesque? Is that running or
No.
somebody else?
Levesque's on the other side, just chilling.
Oh, he's chilling.
Just chilling.
What's he doing?
He was complaining last night that the side of the arena that he was officiating last night, he got 0 measures and the other official got 4.
Oh, as Sarah Seeley pointed out last night, Mike Levesque loves a measure.
There is nobody in the
His
world.
favorite thing to do.
Nobody in the world that loves measures more than Michael Levesque.
We never had somebody come out and measure for. We didn't have to have hog or
No, that's the first hog line measure.
The
Well, that's
official
getting-
catches his breath after sprinting across the field
Well,
to
that's
grab a
getting
measure.
while that's getting measured over on sheet 3 at the end of the 4th is a tie game, 4-4 aces versus shooter. As previously stated on sheet 6, 7-0 Myers over Tesh, and on sheet 7, Spangler at the end of the 4th is 4-2. All other 3 sheets are starting their 5th in, so sheet 2 a little bit behind on time right now. Curious what that time clock looks like.
Team Feldman's going to be running out of time. Going to be pretty light on time.
Now, granted,
Ooh.
Yep, they're
Yellow.
saying yellow. Okay.
So the force beautifully executed from Team Segovia as they give Feldman 1 more point. Going into the halfway mark, going to be up 7-2 will be Team Segovia. Mandatory 5-minute break. Going to go ahead and refill.
Means mandatory trip to the bar.
I got all my things.
I know, I'm like water, Celsius, hot cocoa, lotion, Afrin, cough drops, and
What is it?
chapstick.
Not jovial gin. What is it?
Jocular. Jocular gin on the
Jocular
brew.
gin. I am ice cold, stone cold Kenny.
Stone Cold Kenny.
Stone Cold
It's
Kenny and
like Stone
jocular
Cold
gin.
Steve Austin. That's not original.
We also have the curling Quipster gin.
Nah.
I also
What am I
like Skip to My Lou Kenny.
I love Skip to Malou Kenny. I think that's great. Why don't you go skip to my Lou Kenny and get yourself another drink?
Get another cocktail.
Look. Oh.
Right, yeah. He's all dead set. He's like, we gotta do it.
Does he have a specific story?
I like, he'll have the roller coaster.
Oh, the road is roller coaster, yeah, that's right.
I know
Here's
that's
my
like,
water banner over there. Just heard me pressing against the wall with the permanent marker.
Oh, it's all gonna be for real.
I had the thought because we had the thing.
yeah.
Now I know. Just heard me with a couple of those
Not
things.
going to. Not gonna worry about it. They've got paint.
They got paid, or they just have a nice memento.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But that's how people in the Hall of Fame.
They take it off, they're like, guys, what do you think of next time we go for this?
The whole weekend and
Put it on
Yeah.
a sample.
Or a piece of plastic behind it.
You were there for 20 minutes, right? Fine. I wanted to, I mean, it is right next door.
Did you see the big hockey stick?
Put it on the floor.
They
put
did
it
go
in
over there.
crawl over it.
Did you go over there?
Yeah, put it in action shot.
That's their shotgun.
And I was in the car.
Very nice shot.
Give it a little more.
Take care of
There you guys, do a slap shot.
Oh, there it is, yeah. Yeah.
Do a slap shot.
Jeff would take my picture, I declined. I was like, nah, I don't need my picture here.
Take a picture of the slap shot.
Did they actually, I forgot they had this sitting there. Isn't that cool? It's a good picture.
I tried to take a picture of Rebecca, she didn't want to.
Oh, well, yeah, she's.
I had to take a picture though.
Yeah, did you get it anyway?
Lean on the
Oh, yeah, yeah, oh, that's cool.
The hockey players took all my ice time when I figured skated. I had to wake up at 5 in the morning, and I got a pano of the whole stick, and it makes it curve. We have a curved stick.
It's like a moral dilemma.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cool picture.
Is that the panorama? Yeah.
Little curved stick.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, wood, you know, bends.
But it was snowing, it was moist.
Some flex to it for the shot.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. It was such a hard shot. And hockey stick. It's really cool.
Yeah, and it was whole game about the throwing clip too, like the role and like allowing basically a hockey league to take place.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully they continue that to get.
Right, yeah, I was like, look at that.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Give them like 3 associations together. Part of the curling club.
Wow. Well, I mean, originally, right, when they built the office for Golden Knights, that was supposed to be.
You gotta throw it all past the stakes.
Catch like a share or something or other.
3rd and 10, you throw to the 8-yard line.
How's it going?
Not a helpful.
Nothing to do with curling partnership.
Oh,
Boys.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
But other than
There's
that,
the public rink where I live.
wow.
And we put like a historical picture of the
wish I'd taken Tuesday off as well as a recovery day.
But I don't, like, I skate there.
Women are coming back out on the ice, so I'll go ahead and start zooming in.
That was fights?
Yeah,
A pavilion or?
yeah.
Oh, fake spike.
I know, because I showed it to John Negus, he didn't believe it. I'm like, no, look, here's the picture. And you see the curling rings.
I was.
Fake spike goes into triple coverage.
Crazy. But they were gone by, I think, the time I was 5. Maybe they were there and I just didn't think about them.
How many years in this game will Belichick keep
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, it's really fun.
And with Michael Mason.
And we're off for the second half of this granite game. Granite ball, something like that. I don't know. Somebody told me something. I liked it. Now I forgot it.
Belichick was fine whenever they started this.
And they're panning for a bunch of curling stuff. They're all sitting like on the shelves. Yeah. Happened to get
And
Wait, what?
Feldman's first stone heavy and through the back of the house for this
And they fired him.
start of this 5th inning.
Belichick used to be the Browns coach and they fired him. He went to New England and took off.
When we built ours, we had to
I guess he had
bumpers.
overall it wasn't that.
Wasn't that bad. No.
There it is. And
Oh, the pillars.
2 and 8 pages.
There's like 5 to 6 of them.
India is now 500.
It's always a good concept.
Wonder when they pulled
We
the.
played you guys. One of the first shots, we took it back up because I'm not used to
And that is going to be
Oh, yeah.
full 12 in the corner, left-hand corner, upper left-hand corner. Y'all can see.
7 stone right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's down here.
Well, that girl will love her at the end.
I know both of these dudes are in finals. Good question. They are. It's insane. Yeah. Every time. Of the top.
I know, I already used to, I did that. I'm like,
Noise right after you.
shoot. I do that all the time. I'm like, yeah.
What's up, K-Dog?
Get his vegetables in.
Exactly right.
Breakfast of champions.
Getting my roughage. Woo, look at that dive.
Missed one yesterday. You
It's
can
amazing how much it
kick out.
curls, right?
Yeah, that's diving.
Oh, wow.
She's gonna.
Oh, no.
About 10 feet past the hog, that came out and then just moved.
9 degrees.
That might have been where the Zamboni did a little turn.
Maybe like 30. A little arena ice humor there.
45.
I swear, all my drinks.
I'll hold the fort down.
I have full confidence in you.
Jen, we are holding the fort together here, but it's taken a lot of things to keep Jen and I moving.
A lot of work, a
A
lot of games.
lot of work, all the things. Jen's got a pharmacy lined up on the shelf right behind the camera. Heather Cook being asked to come around that guard. You can see shot stone, probably 7/8 of it. So just sneak by that guard and get it. Even if the shooter rolls out, that'll be fine. She just needs to get past that guard. It's narrow. Look at it float. Look at it float. Nope, she's gonna.
Actually, she's been fine.
Ooh, Alyssa's really digging in, and she's gonna paper the guard. Woo! Let's go, Heather Cook. Woohoo! Dadgum dime. Let's go.
Your number one fan is cheering you on. Come on.
She sees an empress.
Okay.
She's just choosing not to.
Trying to freeze.
They're sweeping this a lot, and this is back house.
That's the last one.
Man, that ground to a halt. No, that's just touching top 4 there. Precariously sitting out in the open, unguarded. So Segovia's going to ask Heather Cook to show off her hitting skills on the other side. Get as close to that nose as possible so that it doesn't jam on that second red.
She has a touch narrow, but it's gonna work.
Is she going to paper by? Holy cow. Woo! That girl can hit.
Yes. Yes, she can.
He's like, I know.
Holy cow. 2 beautiful hits in a row from Heather Cook. So Segovia now sitting behind guard 1 and 2. And Feldman's seen enough of that show, so she's going to start asking for draws. Excuse me.
I could hear you all the way in the toilets yelling, "Let's go!" Woo! All the way in the toilet.
Look at that. That's
Ooh.
really nice draw from Shearing. Really, really nice draw from Shearing as she papers by that guard as well with a T-weight draw. She taps back Heather's stone to top a T-line, sitting full 8.
Wide open.
Wide open, precarious. So trying to get to nose or as far across the nose on the left-hand side of that stone as possible to roll over. And Bostwick really digging in. Bostwick really digging in, trying to hold the line here. She's doing a good job. She's holding it. She's holding it. No, she's going to be on the guard.
No.
Going to open things up, but that's going to stick around too.
No, it's not
Going to
terrible.
sit on full 12, and that's not a bad result there. Feldman, again, not a lover of the hits. So she's going to... She's thinking about the draw. Now she's thinking about the hit. Lunetta, her vice over here with an emphatic wave of the arms saying, just hit something.
Let's get out of it.
So Shearing being asked for an upweight hit. Best case scenario is it curls across the nose, but she's wide
she's
by a
wide.
mile.
Wow.
It's wide in my.
It's not curling.
Oh
No,
no,
she-
that's
She really pushed it. She slid out nicely, but she shoved it.
that is a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss, yep.
Strike 2.
So, trouble is afoot for Team Feldman. Segovia now with an opportunity to hit and stick, filling up the house with 4 stones. Alyssa Parks got to execute first before we start bragging about it.
Let's go smoke show. Can I do that?
This is where that rock will float. Look at it float, and then
Yeah,
it's gonna,
Boston came out.
and then it snap hooks. So Heather Cook gets off it. They need it to snap,
Well, she's got it.
and it's another beauty hit. I'll tell you what, Alyssa Parks has figured out that line. It's not going to stick around, but curious to see what Feldman calls here. If she's going to go for a draw right into the crotch. Yep.
He's not wrong.
No. I mean,
Over on the sheet next door, Ace has got 2 after the break. They were tied 4-4, so now up 6-4 is Aces. Team shooter with hammer. Looks pretty nice.
Get your knee off the ice.
It's not coming over though yet.
It might be a little bit heavy.
There it goes.
It's a really nice shot. Yeah, Feldman knows how to draw, that's for sure.
That was a really nice shot. She's not full crotch, partial crotch. Sitting T line,
There's not really a crotch.
not a crotch anymore. No crotch.
Well, they were on the yeah.
Remain calm.
I'm calm.
Just
I'm calm.
sit down in the passenger seat and I'll drive this home.
Stop mansplaining.
Oof. Shout out to the bartender on that one. That one's a little bit spicier, and I'm not talking about the Tabasco. Ooh. I need a little more water on that one. Holy cow.
We had somebody spare. They said, yeah, they always need spares. I guess it's just like short notice. You can't get anybody.
Segovia gonna try and follow. A little more narrow.
I think overall, I really like the membership, the pace of play and moving.
This is tap back weight. Heather Cook's digging in, trying to hold the line as this is curling a lot. Now she's got to get off it and let it curl, and she does. Where is this gonna end up?
No, red shot.
That's a nice shot right there from Segovia, as she's gonna be sitting shot stone, not frozen. So skips are gonna take turns trying corner freezes. But Feldman does not have hammer this end, so she's gonna. Looks like she's trying to just tee things up for a force of one. This stone's gonna have to finish in front of that red. If not, it'll leave an opportunity for Segovia to hit for two or a bundle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so most important thing for Feldman right now is to finish this yellow stone in front of that red shot stone. Corner freeze is the goal.
Need to break.
This has got to turn, put the blinker on and turn straight left. It's going.
It's going.
It's going. Wow.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
It's short. Nope.
A really good shot, but she comes up a foot and a half short. So Segovia still sitting shot, has an open draw for two. Big old bully is thinking about some way to get a
she
double
is.
takeout.
She's definitely thinking about it.
Yeah, she hits that off the nose about 2 inches and pop them all up.
Set it up.
Almost straight back, actually. Think about that.
Oh, she's trying.
You take out that yellow.
Yeah, she thinks better of it.
It'll jam the red.
Just calling for a skips draw to the button.
I mean, really. That would be a lot.
And here comes the hammer.
It's way more stressful to the person up here
Yeah.
Not being able to turn the mic on there.
It looks nice. The sweepers like it. They haven't touched it. This may be a natural draw. It's got to drop a little bit of an anchor. Wow! And Smoke Show Segovia
Smoke Show
has
Segovia.
figured out what T-weight is as she
Wow.
draws a natural to the button for
That
a
was a nice
big,
shot.
big shot. Big shot. Really nice.
Wow.
That's why she's on the ice and we're behind the glass, Jen.
Yep.
Exactly.
Wow. So after 5 ends,
6, 5,
after 5 ends,
Or 5.
thanks,
You're right.
Jen.
You're right. I apologize.
Segovia is up 9-2 after 2 very unfortunate picks in the second and third from Feldman's last shot. Stone. Myers over here pouring it on, up 7-1 with Hammer going into the 6th. Sheet 3, the undefeated Aces, up 6-4. And sitting maybe 1. Sitting maybe 2, definitely 1.
Not just 1. Yellowstone's closer. And on sheet 7, Spangler up 4-3 over Weber.
So a familiar call here. We've seen this a few times throughout the week as Segovia is going to ask for Bostwick to go through. Feldman going to try and throw up some guards. If it touches paint, Bostwick's going to start hitting. This is that bully of a stone, 7 rock that picked. Really light handle.
Yeah.
Wow.
See if this grinds. No, it's going to go all the way into the house.
Wow.
So because it's in the house, we get to see a lead throwing hits.
Ooh. Looking for that bumper weight.
Calm down, Jen. Woo.
Mwah.
This rock's floating, but it's only control, so, or excuse me, bumper.
Bumper.
Yep. So it will come in. It's gonna get a piece, but not enough.
Not enough.
So we'll move the stone to the back of the house. Sitting full 12. Feldman asking her lead, take a little bit less.
Oh.
Looks hot too.
My butt hurts from the seats.
Very fast. Probably through.
You think it's? I don't think it's through.
Oh, that's slow.
Top house. That line grinds really slow.
Yeah.
You can see that you're not.
She came out fast.
Mm-hmm.
Skip as a
So again, lead little heavy, draws all the way to the 4. Now Heather Cook, very comfortable with upweight shots, as she's shown off a couple of times in the last end. And it's narrow out of the hand, so Alyssa Parks is going to be digging the whole way. Look at her shove that stone to the right.
Still got it.
Yep.
And got it. A good sweep from Vice, Alyssa Parks, to hold the line. And well executed hit from Heather Cook again. Free guard zone is no longer in effect, so this is going to come in and touch paint. They got to be sweeping. They got to really sweep. You got to keep sweeping. Got to keep sweeping. Got to keep sweeping. Got to keep sweeping. And she gets a little bite. See which one Segovia goes after. She's going to ask Heather Cook to go for the one in the back of the house. And a graceful bobble from Heather Cook as she collects herself. Sweepers are sprinting to keep up with this stone as it's tracking beautifully. And spills out. Nice job. Feldman with the biter in front, going to ask for a come around. Weight looks pretty nice. Gosh, right at that Curl Masabi logo, that stone just loses a lot of speed. Nice weight, not going to curl quite enough. Just touches the top of the button, but almost the entire stone sitting out in the open. Segovia's not going to mess with it. She's going to go for the top stone. There is a potential for a double here. As is tradition, we do one thing for doubles, Jen.
You do one thing for doubles, Kenny.
By we, I mean I.
Good job.
Bloody Mary in hand, ready. Nice release from Alyssa. It's tracking well. Heather Cook sweeping hard. Probably needed more of a medium sweep than a hard. And it's one, and it's two, and Kenny's taking a drink as the double.
Wow.
Beauty. Heather Cook blows a couple kisses to Alyssa, says, that is sweet. Beauty. Beauty from Alyssa.
Steal of 2 on 3 aces, 8-4 over here. Maybe another showdown of aces.
Stacking up to be that.
Redemption, my friend.
Redemption is afoot.
Redemption is afoot.
This looks a little wide. Segovia shrugs. Never had a chance.
Whoops.
It just ran really straight.
Yeah, just ran super, super straight.
She saw you. She gave a little smile. She's funny.
Opportunity now for Feldman after a missed hit from Melissa Parks. Sitting one. Going to try and draw back in around those two staggered. It's super wide, but it's a light handle, so it may snap hook at the very end. Here it comes. It's tracking really nicely. It's tracking really nicely, coming in at a flipping 45-degree angle. Sweeper's really trying to get it, trying to get everything. That'll be partially guarded. A nice draw from shearing, but just not quite enough. So Segovia can be a bully and go for a double. She can also just smack a piece of that shot stone. She's going to be a bully, and she's looking like the double. Alyssa Park says, if you want to really have some fun, we can try a angle raise double. They think better of it. Little frog hop.
I know, that was adorable. That was adorable, Alyssa. When you listen back to this, watch this back later. The fans really enjoyed
do that more often.
It's so cute.
So going for a nose. Coming right down center line.
I saw another sweep.
You'll notice they switched the sweepers. So Heather Cook is on the inside. She sweeps the crap out of it for a little while. Then they call her off, say, chill out. She's going to get her one.
Heather doesn't know how to go medium. She only knows how to go well done.
Full send. Full send heat.
Mm-hmm.
Ace is really starting to take control.
This is like a right turn.
Wow.
Yeah. She throws a real light handle and it just dives. Ace is really starting to take control over on sheet 3 as they're up 8-4 and starting to stack the house. Back to the action on sheet 2 is Feldman trying to draw down in, and it's going to be a little bit light. They need it to touch paint, and a heavy sweep.
It's hard to tell.
Alyssa Park's going to take a gander. She says yeah.
She nods, yeah.
So Segovia. An option here to go through the port, hit and move over. Also another option to just hit that top stone.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, we might get a frog hop.
Oh.
There's the squat.
Mm-hmm.
There's the squat.
Yep.
She's
Yeah.
leaning. She's leaning. Oh, what a tease. What a tease.
I can't wait till they listen to this again. She's gonna like that part a lot. We're gonna give Alyssa a new nickname. Frogger. Alyssa Frogger Parks.
out of the hand, this is a little narrow, so Heather Cook is really sweeping. Look at this float. Look at it float. They're holding it. It's straight as an arrow. Let's see where this rolls. Okay, touch of paint. Feldman needs full 12 to take her 2.
She just needs to touch mine.
Over on sheet 6, Levesque is glaring as the other official gets a second measure of this draw on Meyer's sheet. And a nice draw from Feldman there.
That's gonna take us 9-4 at the end of the 6th, going into 7.
At least one out of that.
Man, Heather and Jessica gotta get some nicknames now. We got Frogger and Smoke Show down there. What?
We did have Big Bo Bostwick yesterday.
Big Bob Bostwick. That's right, but she doesn't always wear a bow. If that was her thing, that'd be cool, but Heather can be well done. It's just, Heather, well done, cook.
If you're gonna be narrow, be heavy.
It's that plus game.
Yeah.
Well, the measure shows two to Tesh at the end of 6, bringing it, the Myers-Tesh game up 7-3 for Myers.
So we had a curler if it was elbow. He came up with that signal, basically, between there.
Lunetta in the last end was heavy on both her stones. Came into the house. This one's also going to come into the house. This is going to go through T-line. It's going to be back house. 6 feet of fury. 6 feet of fury as Julie Segovia really digging in as a skipper sweep. Drags it a whole foot. So that's back 12. Jen, would you zoom in for our viewers?
Yes,
please?
I will. Thank you for the reminder.
And it is, it's very helpful to start thinking. Yeah.
So because it's touching paint, we got Big Bo Bostwick, Bowless, Sans Bow. This is draw weight.
It's like, plus game, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I have no idea what you're doing. Bonnie and Ed wouldn't talk to me, and Al was just.
But he's still with me.
Wow, Heather and Alyssa really dug in and drug that rock about an extra 8 feet. Looked like that was going to be in front of the house or top 12, and it's all the way to the back of tee. It does thankfully over curl just a scotch, so it leaves that yellow stone unguarded. Lunetta here trying to dial it back. Put this in front of the house on the right-hand side of T-line, or center line, excuse me.
Yeah, and it was like a 4-year gap between them, a 5-year gap.
You're doing great.
I don't think
I'm surviving.
You're doing great.
Let's be real.
This is holding on for dear life.
No, I finally figured out what the plus game was. I didn't understand it that year, but.
Yeah, your mirror should be heavier.
Yeah.
She trying to draw behind.
Sometimes it's plus minus.
Yeah.
Minus plus.
Yeah. Which way do I go?
Interesting. Segovia's changing her strategy. Up 9-4. Instead of throwing through, she's asking Bostwick to draw, continuing to apply pressure. So rather than throwing through, she's asking Bostwick to fill the house with stones, and it's a beauty shot from Bostwick as she goes and sits down just in front of that yellow stone. Full 8. Segovia now sitting 1 and 2, but both are behind tee, so it's going to be a draw end. McGuire happy to oblige.
He wants to get a bunch of points on the board and force a shake. Huh?
There was a potential for a shake there anyways, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be there.
It's gonna be a.
It's not gonna. It's gonna be out on the edge.
It's gonna stick out.
Close, you got it.
It's very nice. Very nice from McGuire with an angle freeze. Segovia now deciding whether or not she's gonna move some granite. Nope, she's gonna ask Heather Cook to show off that LSD skills and draw right down to the right side of the button.
Work is at this point what's keeping us in Houston.
Yeah, I like, no, I like build a club board and just tap and see what
Oh, you don't. We don't let any say.
This is gonna curl a lot. Nope, look at it float. Bostwick really digging in to try and get it to curl.
I could afford to move.
It's gonna finish
No,
down on the yellow, and it's right to the dang button. Golly, she's on fire. She is on fire.
Well done. Well done.
Well done. Well done, Heat. What a shot. There's some space between Heather's shot there and the Yellowstone, so it looks like Feldman's going to try and do backline weight. And that's maybe hack weight out of the hand for McGuire. No, it's backline weight. It's just got to curl a bunch. Yeah, she was asking for backline. That's going to be closer to bumper.
And through the house.
So didn't have an opportunity to curl enough. She flashes by Heather Shotstone. And another opportunity for Team Segovia is Heather Cook going to try a similar shot as last one, drawing, bringing in the brim about 6 inches so it can get across the nose and across the center line. Best case scenario is all the way on the right-hand side. Tap back is fine. Anything in the neighborhood of her last shot.
I don't know when
She's been away from Austin.
Sweepers think it's a scotch lighter, so they're both going real hard trying to drag it.
Last year, Wheeler was this good.
Now this stone needs to curl a lot.
Of course, my sense of time and defining out of whack because of how.
They'll be fine with that.
Like longer, like the COVID years, it's like the tears of the black hole.
And timeout for Feldman. So as I'm looking at it here, those two from Heather Cook are staggered. There's potential for a double, but it might jam on the back right. Feldman sitting third.
You can see.
Segovia sitting 1, 2,
That's
4,
what I'm
and
doing.
5. With hammer, by the way.
Oh no, I've screwed it up by doing that. Never gonna do that for y'all again.
For our viewers, we apologize. Just hold on to the handle of your couch.
Never doing that again for you guys. Ever. Never. Okay. Just kidding, I will. Never good.
Oh my God, we sang a bunch of Lion King songs last night. That was great.
We did.
We
That's
sang a
fun.
bunch of Lion King.
We did.
If you ever want an indicator if Kenny's a little overserved,
Lion King.
it's when I'm singing Lion King.
Word.
That's one of my go-tos. Tipsy Kenny really loves Lion King.
Sober Jen really loves LionKing, so
Everybody loves Lion King.
everybody loves
The
Lion King.
OG, not that remade crap they did
Yeah,
a few
yeah,
years ago.
yeah.
Such a disappointment.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Oh shit! Alyssa takes a spill in the back. She waves off. She says she's fine.
A sheepish grin.
Yeah, she kept her head up, that's all that matters.
She must have been trying her frog hops.
And chastisement from Heather Cook over to Alyssa. She says, "Stop falling." All right, so Shearing going for the hit here. It's got a curl. Look at it
It's
float.
wide.
Golly, that thing never moved. So where's this going to go? It does
It
jam,
goes to-
just as I called. Still batting 1,000 back here behind the glass. She gets the hit, but that stone goes and jams on the red stone that was over there on the back, full 8. So now that's biting back 4. Still Segovia sitting 1 and 2,
Wow.
splitting the 4-foot. So Segovia continuing to apply pressure, starting to turn into a little bit of a bully here as she's just continuing to fill the 4-foot. No guards necessary.
She's not a bully. She's just aggressive.
Just a big old bully.
She's not a bully, just aggressive. She wants to shut the show down so she gets plenty of rest. That's all. That's all.
This is a little more narrow than the rocks we've seen on this line, so
Got your
Heather
back,
Cook's going to
Julia.
have to try and hold the line. Look at this, stay straight.
Wow.
This line has
That's
got
gotta
really,
be. It's
really
the
straight.
line, yeah.
And a scotch heavy, but if it curls and gets a piece of that yellow, scotch heavy, so she goes back back
wow.
4, but it does
Nice.
expose the button.
We have hammer. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Segovia does have hammer, but they leave the button exposed, and so an opportunity here for Team Feldman and her vice Shearing to draw down into the button with backing and really lock down this end.
I mean, if you want to, I can put the iPad and watch the whatever football game.
It's real wide, and a mumble goes across the crowd.
She's not throwing well. She's lost her balance.
That's
Yeah.
heavy and wide. So she's going to hit shot stone there. Remove it. Doesn't jam on anything, but that button's still wide open. So Segovia's going to ask for her vice, Alyssa Parks, on the second shot to draw down into the full four in front of the button, not behind the button.
Button.
An opportunity squandered from Team Feldman there.
It's just something to do. I mean, obviously Jennifer wants to work on my proportions, so you can't work.
They think it's light, so the sweepers are going to grab it and drag the whole way. We might see Segovia come out of the house here to help. Nope, she's going to
she's
stand and say, Heather's got it. They are dragging as far as they can. This is going to end up being shy of the house. It'll guard the draw pass, so not a bad result, but there's draw capabilities from the left and right for Feldman, so she's going to switch to the other side of the house.
He's sitting 4.
Over on sheet 6, Myers up 7-3, sitting 4. Coming down to, is that hammer?
No, Myers
No.
has hammer, so they're, but that is second skip stone for Tash over there.
So Tash has got to find a way to park that in some spot behind all those stones and cut that score down. Cleaning things. It's being weird.
I mean, that's fair. She is a little weird.
She's a little weirdo.
Yeah, cute little weirdo.
It's a cute little thing, dang it.
And you went over here.
Tiny but mighty.
Feldman has played on this sheet earlier in this earlier in this tournament, and this line has just been money for her all weekend. And again,
That looks like it's gonna be a beauty.
she has figured out that draw line and has it.
Nope, she's short.
And she's short by a mile.
Segovia.
Dang, I was busy bragging about you, Feldman. I was busy bragging about you.
Segovia sitting 1 and 2.
Comes up just a scotch light.
Is this hammer or
No.
just first? Okay.
And so these are the first skip stones.
Yeah.
Both skips getting to show off now as they both take turns drawing to the button. Feldman tracking beautifully on the line, but just came up short. That's going to be just grabbing a piece of the 4-foot. So Segovia sitting 1 and 2, both behind T-line. She's going to want to put this.
Myers takes 4, and there's a shake on 6.
There it is. And Team DFW will be playing in the Arena National Championships again.
Again.
This rock is going to hang out there on that straight line for a while. And then it'll snap hook at the very end, and there it starts to go. It's going to be around the guard. Now Bostwick is digging in, trying to get it snap a little bit more. The weight looks pretty nice. It's top 12, top 8, 4,
no.
T, back
No,
4, back 8, and a little heavy. A little heavy, so both skips having a fun time trying to figure out what T-weight is here in the 7th end.
Yep.
Dialing in. Feldman has an opportunity to draw in here. She can got a lot of different options as long as she gets by that guard. If she gets across if she's heavy and gets across the nose of red, she can wiggle underneath and take shot there. She can also just do a natural straight draw to the edge of the button. is noon.
It is.
It is noon here in Evelyn, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Are we on mute?
No, we're not on mute.
Oh, Stephen Klepp has his viewing on mute.
Okay. Oh.
The only thing she couldn't do was hit that guard.
And she hit it.
And she hit it.
It did bite back. Nope, Segovia sitting 1 and 2.
And she's going to have the same shot as last. Open draw. Needs to get just a healthy chunk of 4 foot there.
I don't know what Mike did over there, but that's not right.
He's checking himself.
He's checking himself.
Oh, and he figures it out.
Yeah. There you go. There you go, Mike. Got it.
Every successful club in the country needs a Michael Levesque. He's just gold. He's just the best. All right, here it goes. It looks a little heavy. It's starting to sit down. It's starting to sit down.
Sit down on
It's
it.
got to sit. It's got to sit.
Sit down on
You
it.
see it?
Sit, boo-boo.
Sit.
No.
Going
Oh,
tee back 4.
oh. Just out of the
Just a
floor.
little heavy again.
So 2 to
Steal
Segovia.
it 2
there's
and
a shake.
handshakes and hugs.
So final score,
Yes.
11-4. Segovia over Feldman, heading into the combat for gold. Most
Combat.
likely, yeah, combat for gold. Looking
And it'll
like
be a
again
rematch
against Aces.
against Aces. So Team Segovia out of Houston going for a three-peat.
Word.
They are familiar with this territory as they go into the championship match this afternoon. Brought to you live from Ken and Jen Fire on Ice.
Whoop, whoop.
What time is that?
And,
That's going to be 3 p.m.?
3 p.m. Central Time.
3 p.m. So noon on a beautiful Sunday here, snowy Sunday in Evelyn, Minnesota. Hosted by wonderful Curl Masabi in Evelyn, Minnesota. We'll check back with you at 3.
Sounds good. Peace out.
Peace out.